Hey, 30-06 John here, and today what I'm going to be doing is reviewing some recent bear attacks that occurred here in Alaska and the lower 48. Hope you enjoyed the video. Even if it is not considered a true bear attack, encounters happen all the time that could turn deadly and dangerous if someone doesn't keep their wits about them. Our first story is from Field and Stream. And this is up at Prudhoe Bay, where a grizzly bear chases an oil field worker onto the roof of a semi-truck. There's a video with this. Let's watch. Yeah, up on the north slope there, Prudhoe Bay, the workers have to abide by special rules dealing with bears and other game. But they do have to deal with them, and you always have to keep your wits about you. Our next story comes from the Anchorage Daily News. A hunter was mauled by a brown bear that he shot. This occurred just outside of Anchorage, 3 or 4 miles outside of Anchorage, really still in almost the suburbs of Anchorage, but it is legal to hunt there. It says here a group of people were hunting. They did encounter a brown grizzly bear. He did shoot it, thought it was dead. They approached the bear. He thought it was dead and got up and charged him. The bear wounded him during the attack. Others in the hunting party shot at the bear and it stopped attacking and left. Looks like the group of hunters are going back to look for the bear. They don't know if it's dead or not from the gunshot wounds. A couple things about this story. Number one, whenever you approach an animal that you have shot, you think it's dead, always approach it from its back. That way when it gets up, it doesn't immediately see you. Also, always have your rifle ready. Now there's maybe a wounded bear out there, and a wounded bear is much more dangerous. Hopefully they find this bear. This story is from Outdoor Life. The story here, charged by grizzly, 10mm Glock, saved his life. This person was archery hunting in outside of Yellowstone Park, a legal area to hunt. He had an elk permit, and he did have a 10mm Glock pistol for bear defense. And him and his friend did encounter a grizzly bear. There is a video with this story. Let's watch.
This thing just saved my life. Bear practice. Bear. Pepper spray to the face. Not cool. Want some more?
Yeah, I need it. I
Tip your head to the side.
I can't.
Open your eyes. Open them. Open them. Okay. Decompression time. This thing just saved my life. Mama bear with cubs charged us. She made it to about 5 feet, 10 feet. She made it to about 10 feet before I put about 3 to 4 rounds in her. And then pepper spray from Jared didn't work.
We're bear sprayed.
She got it in the face. And then she turned and ran away. I think we hear the death moan, but we still got to hike out of here. We're free and clear now, but it took me a while for the fear to hit. And now I'm kind of scared. 4 days before we saw our first bear, and she did not hesitate. She came fast.
Yes, this story has a couple of good learning points on it. Number one, they try to use bear spray, and the bear spray blew back in their face. So bear spray does not work all the time. The legal ramifications. Here in Alaska, if you have to shoot a bear in self-defense, most of the time you just fill out a DLP, Defensive Life and Property form. Or if it's during hunting season, you could tag it if it's a legal season and hunt. In the lower 48, since a brown grizzly bear is an endangered species, It is literally a federal case. And during this, the state and federal game wardens had to interview him. They did a investigation. They found him innocent and that. Something to be aware of, that if you shoot a brown grizzly bear in self-defense in lower 48, there's going to be a serious investigation. Also, they were not allowed to take any pictures of the bear or pose with it or anything like that. This story actually happened last year, but they had to go through the legal investigation, so now they were allowed to publish the story. This story is from the Anchorage Daily News. Happened about 2.5 weeks ago. A woman was injured by a black bear, and they say an unusual encounter on the Anchorage popular coastal trail. Anchorage has a bicycle hiking trail around a lot of it. Pretty popular. The lady saw the bear. She was walking, thought she was away from the bear. She stopped at a sign for a second. All of a sudden, the bear pops out right across from the sign from her. Then they sort of circling the sign, and the bear was trying to get to her, but she kept the sign between her and the bear. So the bear swatted at her several times and made contact twice. She was alone, but then several other people showed up, and then they started to make noise, in which the bear finally ran off. The woman had minor injuries from the encounter. Luckily, she came out of this encounter okay.